help after Barry washed away everything. We'll tell you the details.
Plus, a popular new app may be invading your privacy. We speak with experts about Face app. All that, Jamie's weather and Friday feed starting now.
Focused on family and the community. News 15 Today starts now.
Good morning. You're watching News 15 Today. I'm Carter Simino.
And I'm Alex Worstel. Thanks so much for joining us. Also joining us, Jamie Angel, to get you out the door this morning.
Yeah, just hoping I don't have any spinach in my teeth. But.
Do you? Let's check. You're good.
You're good.
Okay, good. Hey, let's take a look outside. We are looking at Pinhook and Vero School Road.
There we go.
Pinhook and Vero this morning. Got a little traffic out there, but otherwise looking good. We are keeping track of an accident with injuries at Ambassador Caffrey and Bonan Road. So if you're traveling out to that area, make sure you might want to take an alternate route. Taking a look at satellite and radar, you'll notice a lot of clouds in the area. We got some clouds rolling through this morning. If we could switch on over to satellite and radar weather 1 this morning, we'll take a look and I'll show you that. And just there we go. We got it. Again, a few clouds out there. Zooming in on Doppler radar, local Doppler radar. We got a couple of light spots down near the Vermilion Bay this morning that we're looking at. But again, those are dying out pretty quick and not really going to see any sort of significant rainfall this morning. Now this afternoon, however, we'll see some scattered showers and thunderstorms. You know, those afternoon pop-ups, and we'll see a good mix of clouds and sunshine along with those showers, but they should be clearing out by this evening. But clouds are going to kind of stick around with us for the next several days. Little patches of sunshine here and there. Temperatures starting to get pretty warm in the upper 70s, low 80s already this morning. Today's a great day for a swim. High temperatures in the low 90s, isolated afternoon storms. So if you see those storms, get out the pool. Make sure you protect your skin. Changes on the way for the weekend and next week. I'll tell you all about it a little bit later.
Thank you, Jamie. A 50-year-old Kaplan man was killed in a motorcycle crash Thursday in Vermilion Parish. State Police Troop I said Kendall Myers was killed when the motorcycle ran off Highway 35 near Lowell Road around 12:30 Thursday afternoon. Myers was wearing a helmet. Investigators have not released a cause for the accident.
One Acadiana family is seeking answers after their loved one was gunned down in an armed robbery back in April. As of now, no arrests have been made. News
15's Leah McNeil sat down with the family to see how they're remembering him the day before his birthday.
He was my beautiful black boy that I raised as from a baby to a man. And I told him, I got you. I'm going to ride for you. I'm going to make sure you get your justice. So that's where we at.
Yolanda Bro fights back tears as she recalls the last words she said to her son. But now one of the only things that comforts her and the rest of the family is knowing what an incredible man he was.
He was never a negative person, and he's so full of life. You know, when he walked through the door, he's here. You know, because he lets you know when he enters the door, I'm here.
Keevan's light is reflected through his daughters, who are still coping with the death of their father. His aunt Pamela Corbin says the girls are traumatized and miss their father more and more every day.
The 9-year-old takes the 4-year-old and hide her in the bathroom, you know, and tell her, you know, I'm going to keep you safe in here. And she covers her mouth to keep you away from the bad guys.
They tell me how much they miss their daddy. And like, you know, the 4-year-old told me today, I need to get my daddy some balloons. And I go, what color? And she go, red, because red was his favorite color. And we just smiled.
July 19th would have been Keevan's 30th birthday. Even though he's not physically here to celebrate, his mom tells me the celebration must go on.
I accept that he's not here. I'm going to still carry on a birthday, his favorite food, go visit him tomorrow, and remember all the happy things.
Keevan's death marked the first homicide in 30 years for the town of Grand Coteau. News 15 will keep you updated on this case.
If you have any information or any tips about this case, you can call the Grand Coteau Police Department. If you would like to remain anonymous, call St. Landry Crime Stoppers. Well, we told you about the Face app on Wednesday's show. A Russian cell phone app is allowing people to use a filter to age their appearance. Here's what I will look like in a few years.
I love it. Never gets old.
Yeah. With just a photo, one filter makes you look older, wrinkles included. Another makes you look like a child.
That's right. But as the app becomes more popular, even among celebrities, there are concerns that it may threaten the user's privacy. Leaders in the computing and IT industry say regardless what app you download, you need to be cautious.
Just because it looks cool doesn't mean it's necessarily something that you got to have, right? You really want to do your due diligence. You want to look and see, what are you giving up? Look at the T's and C's, the terms and conditions of the app.
Now, when it comes to children, iConvergence recommends parents make sure they have settings to where a password or some other security measure is taken before a child can download an app. Jamie?
Thanks, Carter. Heat index value is not too bad right now, similar to the current temperatures, but tack on another 20 or so degrees, and that's what it's going to feel like this afternoon. Details coming your way right after this break.
From your Weather Authority, here's Storm Team 15's Jamie Angel.
Welcome back. Time now 8:08 on this Friday morning. Thank you so much for joining us and letting us help you get out the door. This is Evangeline Thruway southbound at Mudd Avenue. Got a little bit of heavy traffic on the Thruway this morning, so allow yourself a little extra time. We're still tracking an accident with injuries at Ambassador at Bonaire Road, so try to avoid that area if you can while they get that all cleaned up. All right, let's take a look at satellite and radar, and you'll notice not a lot going on throughout the entire nation. We have some stuff up by the Great Lakes and in the Dakotas, but everywhere else, pretty good this morning. Just some light shower activity on the map. We are looking at a few showers offshore down south of Acadiana right now, but a few things are making their way on. Otherwise, pretty good here. We got some clouds out there, and we might see some shower activity this afternoon. An upper level system is trying to make its way into the southeast from the Atlantic. It's going to bring in an increase in rainy conditions for Georgia, the Florida Panhandle, and Alabama. They'll be seeing some locally heavy rain, but here, as we get into Saturday, that upper level system is going to move more towards the west, and we could see a little increase in our shower and storm activity tomorrow. But definitely on Sunday is when we're going to start to see those rain chances start to peak up a bit. Taking a look at Futurecast again today, just those scattered afternoon pop-up showers and storms. We will see an increase in clouds especially as we get into Saturday, and the same deal Saturday with those showers and storms. But Sunday, you notice a lot of activity off towards the east that will ultimately flow into our area Sunday into Monday. And this is what we're watching, this cold front that will bring some changes to us by at least Tuesday. That includes some cooler temperatures, but also an enhanced risk of rainfall as we go through most of next week as this front kind of stalls out near us. Taking a look at current temperatures, all starting to warm up to the low 80s or near that, upper 70s in Breaux Bridge, Opelousas, and Ville Platte, already at 81 in New Iberia, Morgan City, and Jennings. And Dew Point's getting close to that 80-degree mark, which means we are feeling extremely humid out there, kind of sticky if you walk out right now. Wind's not helping to cool us off at all. We're only seeing 5 miles per hour in Breaux Bridge and 3 in New Iberia. And our high temperatures today going to be kind of normal for this time of year, in the low 90s throughout the area, with that chance of those isolated showers and storms. But the heat index values are what really is going to make us feel extra hot. We're talking 100 to 105, a lot like the last several days have been feeling. Tonight, we're dropping down to the mid-70s under partly cloudy skies, a warm and humid typical summer evening here. And then tomorrow, it's going to be a lot like today, with temperatures in the low 90s, a little bit more in the way of cloud cover and a little bit more in the way of those scattered thunderstorms, but still going to be feeling the same as far as heat index values at 100 to 105. Taking a look at the tropics, just a couple of ways off the coast of Africa, but not expecting any sort of cyclone formation over the next 5 days. The next 7 looking like this. Today and tomorrow probably be the most decent ones out of the bunch, because starting Sunday into Monday and early next week, those rain chances go up and kind of stay up, but the temperatures by Tuesday going down. We're talking mid-80s, overnight lows in the low 70s. I think some parts of Acadiana might see the upper 60s, but sadly, we're going to have to deal with rain. Oh, one more bit of good news, though. Dew points should be a little lower, which means humidity should be a little more bearable.
Well, that's always good to hear.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
Well, thanks, Jamie. Well, no one wants to be scammed. Coming up, Chris Babin from the Better Business Bureau joins us after the break to give us a few tips on staying safe. Don't go away. You're watching News 15 Today.
What?
As the most violent.
Here, I bet. Here.
Yep. Yep.
Welcome back, guys. Joining me now, we have Chris from the Better Business Bureau, and today we are talking about contractor scams, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Contractor scams.
Where to begin?
Well, there's really two things to look out for. following a weather event, which we were spared, pretty heavy damage and everything, so we were in good situation. But some people still need some things fixed or worked on, and there's really two things to look out for. One of those being just scammers, just outright scammers that are looking to take advantage of people that are vulnerable, maybe thinking emotional, got into home being damaged. That's upsetting, obviously. And then the other is, business people that run contractor businesses, maybe starting to reach a little bit outside of what they're used to doing, not doing things that they aren't licensed for, that they don't have experience with.
And how can you kind of, reel that out? Like when you're going through, what are you looking for as far as?
So a couple of things to look out for as far as the scammers that are just looking to scam you. Some of the things we see is they're going door to door saying they have extra materials and that they can fix something for you, or they're going to tell you or show you that you have damage to something that maybe you weren't aware of, and they're trying to get you to pay a deposit, and they'll come back next week and fix it. That's always something. Anytime they're trying to get you to act with a sense of urgency, that's something to be on the lookout for. And then anytime you're hiring a contractor, you just want to make sure that you're checking that they have licensing and that they have insurance and those kinds of things.
So is that another problem that you find? People just say that they do this, and that, even though they might say they do roofing even though they specialize in something else. Is that another big one?
Yeah, absolutely. Contractors, a business looking for that next opportunity, they typically operate within these constraints and do these things, and now that some homes flooded and they can offer this, it's not something they're used to, but hey, we're going to give it a shot. And in the end, they might do the work, but the quality and the qualifications aren't there.
Right. Anything else that consumers can do to avoid being scammed?
Well, what we would recommend at the Better Business Bureau, what we do is report on the quality and ethics of all businesses.
Right.
At the BBB of Acadiana, on all of Acadiana, we cover 7 parishes. So anybody can check with us. The services that we provide are free to consumers. Our directory online, bbb.org, we report on all those businesses. We have all that information. You can stop by our office or give us a call at 981-3497.
Awesome. Anything else that you want to add?
That's about it.
Wonderful. Well, thanks so much for being here this morning. We
Thank you.
appreciate it. All right, guys, stick around. Hannah is still at Rock and Bowl for their very first anniversary, so we're going to check in with her after the break. You don't want to miss it.
We have 2 more, this one and the last one.
Okay.
Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check. to Kadiana. We are still here at Rock and Bowl. We've been hanging here all morning having a great time for their 1-year anniversary.
It's huge.
It's huge.
We're still here.
Yes. So now you all have another location in New Orleans. Tell me a little bit more about that one.
Well, we've been rocking and bowling in New Orleans since 1988.
Oh, wow.
Started
longer than I've been alive.
Yes. We started, my father made a trip to Medjugorje, Yugoslavia, and put a petition on the mountain asking for something to get his entire family involved in. He was back one week and somebody asked him if he wanted to buy a bowling alley.
Okay.
But he didn't know anything about bowling, so he said, I think we're gonna have to rock more than we bowl.
Hey, I like it.
And I think we've done a great job of that over the years, and now we're here in Lafayette.
Yeah, of combining the two.
Yep.
Now, when you originally started with the New Orleans location, did you all have the same thing, like a stage and the live music?
Yeah, we added stage to the venue, and we added food and beverage, and over the years it just grew and grew and grew, and now we're
here in Lafayette.
Yeah, now we're here. And
now, what makes this location different?
Well, this one actually, it's different because we have suites and we have a ballroom, and we have a restaurant in New Orleans. We have a restaurant here. Teeny Ball's going to be open tonight, so there's a lot of similarities. But this is a bigger, better venue. So we made it bigger and better for Lafayette.
Yes. And one thing that I noticed about this venue is just the open floor plan.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can do everything in this one room, one location.
Right.
So I think that is amazing.
Yeah, thanks. And you get a great view of the live music no matter where you are in the building, really. And
the TVs.
you can watch. It's a great place to watch games. We do parties of every kind. That's really where we really excel. So.
Yeah, and you also excel in bowling, of course.
Indeed.
You want to try this again?
Go?
I'm gonna go because I got a gutter on the last one. I can't leave out like that. I can't do that. So we're gonna try this again. Let me make sure this position is right. It's all about position, people. Hey,
No. Go ahead,
oh my goodness. Okay, let me try again. You know what? Never give up. Never give up. Let's see. Uh-oh. I think Johnny. Whoa, really?
I had to give it a shot.
Really? You're making me look bad, Johnny. Let's see. Ooh, that might be it.
Here we go.
That might be it. Yes! I said I was going to get a strike. Yes. I got a strike, guys, here at Rock and Bowl. I said I was going to get a strike. We are going to wrap it up, but I will see you guys in just a bit. We're going to send it back to you guys at the studio.
Welcome back, friends. We are hanging out with our good friend Val from the Junior League, and she is making whiskey sours.
Yes.
Yeah, earlier we did the spinach dip, which I'm
Yes.
going to finish off right over here.
Go ahead.
From
You have a
from this cookbook,
Sure.
once again, that you want to mention that one more time, Val?
Yes,
You
Talk
don't
About
want
Good
I'm okay.
2 is going to be heavily promoted this year because it's the 40th anniversary.
Wow.
We have improved the cover of it. Now it can lay flat.
Yes.
So at Tinsel and Treasures this year, we are encouraging everybody to come and definitely stop by the cookbook booth so that way they can taste some fabulous treats and purchase their cookbook.
And one of those treats is this whiskey
Yes,
sour.
it
Have you been
is.
waiting for this? Or?
He has. He has.
He has.
It's Friday, and he says it's 5 o'clock
you.
somewhere.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
here,
And my
After
belly.
that storm or whatever you want, whatever Barry was.
Hurricane Barry.
I would say, Jamie, go ahead.
Barry
You
didn't
need
want to
one?
leave
Oh, yeah.
us.
Take one.
Go
Ooh,
ahead.
Okay, so and this is once again like everything that this cookbook has to offer. It's super easy to make.
It is. It's very, very easy. All I did was I boiled water and sugar, right? And then once it got very syrupy, I added the lemon juice. Then turned the fire off, and then I added my Jim Beam, my cherry juice.
Okay.
Let that sit, mix it a little bit, cut up some orange slices, and pour it over.
That's
Got
it.
some bite to it. I
Yeah, it's got
Does
some
it?
bite, but one of the problems that oftentimes you see with a whiskey sour is that it's either too much on like the soury side or the sugary
sweet
side.
side.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it seems like this was a perfect little mixture.
Yeah, I liked it.
And the recipes in the book, are these from Junior League members over the years?
They are.
That's the
They
coolest
are.
part.
Yeah, a lot of members, after so many years, you sustain. So you kind of like the advisor of the group, you know, helping guide the other ones. And so a lot of these recipes have been passed down from generation to generation.
Any thoughts of maybe a new edition coming out at any point?
Well, yeah, you and I have to collaborate on one. You know,
yeah.
Grobridge folk
Oh, my
and,
goodness,
and
yes.
Opelousas native folk.
Oh,
like,
wow.
we put a spin on stuff.
Oh, yeah, we do.
But you know, we always listen to our ancestors whenever we're mixing stuff. So I don't know. We're gonna have to kind of.
I mean, you threw me for a loop last time with that crawfish etouffee. I was like, I've never seen it made this way, but it turned out
I
fabulous.
missed it
She missed it.
I
She was
missed
living
it.
her best life
on the
and-
beach.
Yeah.
Well, real
I'll
quick,
try it sometime.
before we wrap up here, what's one of like, I know you're probably a big party host, obviously. You come here, you make this place your own party.
You can tell by the napkin. That's
Yeah,
all you need to know.
what's some of your go-to little party hors d'oeuvres or things like that nature that you love to serve?
Oh man, I love so many. Recently, I just hosted a couple. They're going to be getting married soon. So my husband and I, we love to mentor, you know, couples that are getting married. I did these little smokies, little sausages, and I wrapped it with the crescent rolls, and just put a
those
little
are good.
pin in it, you know.
Yeah.
And then I had my little special dip, which is I can't tell you, but barbecue sauce, you know.
Okay.
And they loved it.
So my friends here call what you just described, they call those beanie weenies.
They do.
Yeah.
Well, we got plenty of time to talk about beanie weenies and such coming up after the break. So stick around, guys. We've got much more coming up on News 15 today. Cheers.
Cheers. Beanie.
And chili sauce. Or the little meatballs, you know? Yes, please.